I read a publication from IDB, the Inter-American Development Bank. And the heading of this publication says, towards education 4.0. So for you to be able to get a population that will harness the skills that are required for the change into the fourth industrial revolution, you must implement a hybrid model of education. You must try to change the education to a way that will be able to teach them about how and what is coming. And that's what this publication is about. And this publication I saw when I was doing investigation on the page called Compete Caribbean. And Compete Caribbean is made up of the Inter-American Development Bank, it's made up of the UK Aid, it's made up of the Caribbean Development Bank, and it's made up of in partnership with Canada. And the idea is to help the Caribbean countries be more productive so that they could compete in the environment that is being created by the fourth industrial revolution, which is a global environment, a global government, a global economic system, a global religious system, where we are moving into a global world, so to speak. Well, we already did in some sense, but they're taking the mantle to help develop the persons of the Caribbean and to help develop the policies of the Caribbean so that we could compete. That's why it's literally called Compete Caribbean. Research all this if you want. And Compete Caribbean works with 13 countries across the Caribbean region. 13 countries. We have St. Lucia, we have St. Vincent, we have Grenada, we have all those countries work with Compete. Well, Compete Caribbean works with all those countries. And what they're saying is that in this sense, the transformation of the labor market does not revolution skills demanded by the labor market. And this is the key change to narrow the skill gap in the LAC, Latin America and Caribbean. There is currently a gap between what the labor market needs and what it finds. And this mismatch between supply and demand reflects a need to improve the alignment of education and training systems with a new labor market. Education systems must adapt to the needs of the fourth industrial revolution, 4IR. So this is a publication from the Inter-American Development Bank, which partners with a lot of our organizations, telling us we need to be able to, our education system needs to fit the needs of the fourth industrial revolution. Strengthening development of the digital and socio-emotional skills that are key for the job of the present and future. That was written from the World Economic Forum 2020. In this sense, Education 4.0 is conceived as a response to the needs of the 4IR, which is the fourth industrial revolution, where the human being and technology must be aligned to make way for new possibilities. So this is no longer ideas that we should stumble over and not look seriously in. And I tend to be sympathetic with individuals who, for some reason, they find change difficult to act upon and they live status quo. But sometimes we must be at this point that we are currently in, we must keep our eyes open.